Hey, what's up, Scatterbrain? So I legit had no plans of doing a video today. Today is a regular Monday. I've been working on my children's book, but I take breaks periodically throughout the day. And sometimes I'll hop on Twitter and, just kind of see what people are talking about. And this clip from Nick Cannon's latest Breakfast Club interview was on my timeline. And I listened to it and I was like, I think I need to go pontificate for a little bit. So I'm just gonna play some of it and then I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts.
Kids, I guess people question the different baby mothers. That's what it is.
Why do people question that? I mean, because that's a Eurocentric concept when you think about the ideas of you're supposed to have this one person for the rest of your life, and really that's just a classified property when you think about it. I mean, when you go into that mindset, if we're really talking that talk, just the idea that a man should have one woman, we shouldn't have anything. I have no ownership over this person. If we're really talking about how we coexist and how we populate, it's about what exchange can we create together. So I've never really subscribed to that mentality. Mm-hmm. I understand the institution of marriage and stuff, but if we go back to what that was about, that was the classified property. That was because a father gave another man his daughter for land. So when you really get to that concept, it's all right, well, we got to change all of this up because I don't want ownership over anybody. I don't have ownership of any of the mothers or we create families in that sense of we created a beautiful entity. So I get into it because I don't, those are the concepts that.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it right there. If you care to listen to the whole thing, and perhaps there's some context that I'm missing, but to me, this is what I heard, and I already know some of the comments I'm gonna get on this video, and y'all look for them. When that time comes, it's gonna be along the lines of "You're a simp." You're a beta, or maybe a gamma or a delta, but you ain't alpha. It's gonna be along those lines, and just look at who those comments are coming from. To me, what I got from this portion of the interview was him trying to justify him having so many children from various women. Now, at the end of the day, I don't lose any sleep over anything these people, let alone celebrities, do. Truck, can you do what you gotta do so I can finish talking? I don't care, what they do, but I thought that what he was saying was interesting enough to make a video because I haven't made a video like this in a while. And so, like I said, to me, it sounded like he was trying to justify why he has so many children by various women. Now, we all know that he was married. So, as far as the institution of marriage, clearly he believed in it at one point because he was married to Mariah Carey for, however long that was. And they have twins. And now he has a gaggle of other kids with various women. I think he has another set of twins and some other, children. And, hey, more power to him, more power to the children, more power to the mothers. It's not my life. The only thing I don't understand is why people feel the need to try to justify their lifestyle. Now, granted, it is not the norm, but, and please let me know what y'all think. Whatever he was saying didn't make any sense to me as far as trying to justify having children by multiple women. And clearly it's an intentional thing because I saw another interview a while back where he talked about being diagnosed with lupus and not feeling like he was going to have anything, the truck is loud to me. That's why I feel like it might be loud to y'all. I don't know. But he was diagnosed with lupus and feeling like he didn't have long to live. So he felt like he wanted to leave a legacy. And for him, leaving the legacy was semen. And, I'm definitely paraphrasing. Please go look up this information if you want it. I'm not trying to offend anybody with anything that I'm saying in this video. But I'll never understand men and women because there's accountability on both sides, okay, to a certain extent. Now I'm trying to, watch my words, so I'll make sure I'm clear, but I'm also not speaking recklessly. I'll never understand people who willingly have children without firm commitments. Now, the conversation of, oh, you can have a commitment, but they can leave. I got that. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the people who are knowingly sleeping unprotected with people who might be fertile and who have other kids by other people. And my thoughts are all over the place because I was literally doing my work and I was like, let me go make a video real quick. To me, it's a bunch of BS. I mean, that's what it really all boils down to for me. And the reason I say that is because for me, the way I was raised in a 2-parent household, which I know that is not a lot of people's story. Unfortunately, in the Black community, I was raised 2 parents who were married until death did them part with one of them. My dad is deceased. My mother remarried some years later. So for me, my view of marriage was you have 2 parents in the household. Now, my dad had 2 other sons prior to his marriage to my mom, but they are like much older than me. I think he probably had my oldest brother when he was probably like 18 or something like that. So, I mean, you know, he wasn't a saint. But as far as the household that me and my sister were brought up in, it was with 2 parents. I don't know why anybody, because I think also in one of the interviews he said something about, but they're still taken care of. Financially taking care of a child is one thing. Are you going to stare at me the whole time? Are you going to stare at me the whole time?
I was just coming to mess with you.
Goodness gracious. Like, I'm trying to focus and you just staring at me. See, she needs to go back to work. Taking care of a child. See, when you try to be great, spouses just don't let you be great. Taking care of a child financially is a good thing. That's what you're supposed to do when you have children. Like that. I don't understand when people be like, I take care of them financially like you did something special. That's what you're supposed to do. But I don't believe it's possible. And some of y'all may have experiences that say otherwise. I don't think it's possible to be able to give equally to children that are not in the same household that you were in. And that's just based off my experience as a father. In the middle of the night, when one of the kids gets up, if I wasn't here, it would always be on their mother to take care of them. So if I had kids in different area codes, I'm not able to equally give to them. It's hard enough to equally give to children in the same house. Can you imagine how much harder it is to give equally to children that are not in the same house? And it's multiple houses, like 3, 4, 5 houses. I don't see how you can consider that being an active father to the utmost ability. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, my thoughts are all over the place because this was a spur of the moment video. But I'm like, you can't, it's not possible to be there emotionally, to be there just to show a sense of stability. Like it does not make sense to me for people who willingly enter into those kinds of lifestyles. Now, it's nothing against me. It's not going to make me lose any sleep. But I could never imagine trying to split my time with multiple children in multiple households, let alone be a mother who has a child with a man who does not live with me, who has no commitment to me at this point. Like, we're not married, obviously, but he has other kids in other households and feel like I'm getting the best I could get. You know, I almost feel like everything you do, you should do it with excellence. Do it to the best you can. And to me, parenting is should be at the top of the list of things that we're trying to be the best at. And I just don't think that you could be really good at being a parent if you got kids all over the place. Does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense? I mean, he's going to continue having kids with multiple people. It'll probably be some new people. Probably in 5 years, or probably at least 3 more kids with 3 new women. But And I understand that they are comfortable with it. They know what the deal is. They have an understanding. That's cool. But it just doesn't make sense to me as a logical thinking adult that I'm going to willingly procreate with someone who has shown that they don't really have consistency in their relationships. Now, granted, some of this might be for money. That we ain't got to talk about that. But just, y'all let me know if any of this makes sense to y'all. If I even got my point across. Because I don't know if I have, because I've been distracted the whole time. Because she's still standing at the door. I need an office that don't have and she texts me. I knew this who texts me. I need an office that don't have windows, so I can fully focus. I leave Oreo out there on purpose, and they both standing there, looking at me through the window. So the intention I probably had for this video left when both of them decided just to stay in here right now. This is what married life is. Like I said, she needs to go back to work. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about Nick Cannon and what he said. And if you agree with him, I mean, we don't have to talk about what the institution of marriage started out as, because I mean, I obviously know that, you know, what it was then is not what it is now. Like, I don't look at my wife as property, and to my knowledge, she don't look at me as property. I don't own her, excuse me, or anything like that. But to me, it's just, you know, it's an agreement. And is it looked at as a business? Of course, because I mean, if I die, my girlfriend just ain't gonna be able to have access to my stuff because she's my girlfriend. Who's to say that she's my girlfriend? You know what I mean? And people's reasons for not wanting to get married is, I don't want the government to have a say so in my affairs. I mean, okay, well, make your will and, you know, you should be good. But I don't know. My thoughts are scattered. Hence the name Scattered Brilliancy. Today is a reflection of why that is the channel's name. But yeah, so I don't know what else he was saying in this interview, but there's clearly some people who agree, and then there's some people who don't. But it didn't make any sense to me. You just trying to justify having a whole bunch of kids running around the place. And he can, because he has the money to do it. He definitely does not have a deficit of women who are ready to spread their legs for whatever reason. I mean, you know, I get it. But I just, you know, if I was a woman who was single and didn't have any children, I would not want that to be my story, you know. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to stop before I continue to ramble. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I probably said that like 5 times. I'm going to get off here and get back to work. Peace.